Hello everyone, this is Bob and Threadbare, and welcome back to The Witcher 3. Where we last left off, I had just done some horse racing. That had taken me around the region, but for now, I think it's time to head southwest and go see about that witch I've been hearing so much about. Along the way, I figure I might as well pick up a few of those question marks, since I'll be going through the area anyhow, and I might as well. I believe that was the lady who asked me to pick up the fallen idols. Met her along the way over to Crow's Perch in the first place. Don't want to run anybody over, so that's why I, decided to slow down a bit.
Whoa there, Roach.
And looks like there's an alchemist in here. Herbalist, merchant.
Buying or just peruse?
Did I talk to this guy before?
So long.
It kind of looks like I did. All the options are grayed out instead of white. Yeah, herbalists have the actual, plants representing them. Silly me. Generic pouches of regular merchants. But speaking about generic enemies, got ourselves a bunch of drowners here, looking to tear us out. Oh! Apparently the dogs who chased us here are taking part in this fight as well. Ah, damn it. Crying out loud. And yeah, because the dogs attacked me at strategically inopportune moments, I am unable to get a charge off of this combat. Oh well. Any more of you dogs want to come over here and try and pick a fight with me? No? Well, fine. Anyway, we're here. We're at the guarded treasure. Let's see here. Yep, just a bunch of bandits crowing about their success. In picking up a master-crafted saddle. Anyway.
Damn, you're ugly.
So what you just saw actually there is it sort of highlights the issue this game has with enemy types. Which is that the sword for one type is virtually useless against the other type. Damn it! I'm trying to get my stamina back. And, yeah, I was trying to show off there for a second, but one way that you can charge up the silver sword in a hurry, Erendite, is actually by picking a fight with a bunch of dogs or wolves. Because since the weapon is almost useless against the wrong type of enemy, like silver sword against dogs, it means that you only do chip damage, which means that you're pretty much guaranteed to have hit 10 times in order to take one down. Even with all of Erendite's attack bonuses and critical damage guarantees, it still only does chip damage to enemies with red health bars instead of silver health bars. Anyway,
Gideon,
you saw just there that I spotted a small building on the map, so I figured it might be something important. But looks like I didn't have to go that far to find something.
Crows will be the ones feasting now. Be a week before they strip into the final.
Desist! Don't do it! I have a wife, a child!
Oh, I don't give a fuck!
what did this man do to you?
Him? Nothing. Appeared in the village, looking to trade his ring for some bread.
But we've no food, none, because of the Black Ones. Trampled our fields, raided our granaries, burnt our orchards. So instead of bread, he'll get a noose.
Please, good folk, do you not have ears? I did not want this war. I have deserted to go home to my wife and child. Take everything I have, but spare my life.
Let him go.
Oh, sure. And maybe give him some fixings for the journey. Saddle up a horse for him.
Black Ones showed us no mercy. We show them none in return.
Tried it the nice way. Gotta try something different.
This mix with the Black Ones.
Yeah, peasants don't last very long. Even the bandits last a little longer than that.
Thank you. If you had not come,
If I'd not come, only one man would have died. Really going back to your wife?
yes. She bore a child just before the war started. A girl. I named her Beatrice after her grandmother. Why? Why did you help me?
I think Geralt's kind of sick of the phrase, the lesser evil.
Lynch mobs. Nothing good ever comes of them. Now go. Stay off the high roads and give any villages a wide berth until you cross the Aruga.
The Aruga is the river that was, until recently, the border between the Nilfgaard Empire and the Northern Realms. And it was still relatively recently that that became the border. Oh. Oh, hey, this wasn't on the map. Must have been revealed by a different notice board. Anyway, like we saw right there, seems like smuggler dropped some stuff just offshore, but did not survive in order to pass along that information. Oh, got some drowners down here. Pretty tough ones, too. I mean, not tough enough. Also not close enough, or, oops. Yeah, also not close enough, so it's, no real issue there. Interesting shell they've got down there. Anything else in the ruins here? No. Okay, let's get back to the surface then. But yeah, like I was saying, in previous games, you actually could do decent amounts of damage with the wrong sword if you went up against the wrong type of enemy. And in the Witcher lore itself, the Witcher carries a steel blade, not for humans, but actually for different kinds of monsters that are better harmed with iron than with silver. Anyway, not sure what I'm facing here, but it's probably necrophages. Oh, pirates. Well, that's fair enough. nice. That knocked both of them back. Oh, and that was an abandoned site. Yep, like before, we just sort of stand here for a while until people return. Time passes, and only then do we get to start moving around some. And hey, there's an herbalist.
What?
Got anything in?
And it actually is an herbalist. It's got the standard set of items. Some of them are relatively rare, but we don't really need anything for alchemy in the second playthrough. So instead, what I'm going to do here is sell the liquor, since the liquor has no benefit whatsoever. And sell these trophies that are just dismemberment, also no benefit whatsoever.
Farewell.
And with that accomplished, well, maybe we should just keep on heading west. Might be some more stuff, or, well, might just be the end of the road over there. And we do have other question marks we need to uncover along the way to the witch. But just in case, I figure I'll at least go to the end of the pathway here. And, well, hey, sure enough, another hidden treasure. And even more drowners. You know, I'm not sure drowners are really part of the Witcher lore at all until the games. Oh, another smuggler. Okay. So these guys saw a ship run aground during a storm. And this guy decided to go search the ruins for valuables. Something bad must have happened. Because at the very least, the rowboat he was using did not survive. Oh yeah, this place is just full of drowners. Okay. I generally fire the crossbow by just hammering on the middle mouse button as hard as I can. Which is why Geralt often fires one more bolt than I mean to. Also, it's kind of interesting that we've got a mix of drowners here. Some of them are relatively low level, some of them are higher level. If they're far enough away that you can't see their health bar, then the bolt won't reach. Alright, looks like we picked up what we were going to get off of this ruin. Still more drowners around here, but I'm not even sure you get much experience from killing them. None of them are really close enough to actually hurt me either, but you know, there are other ships around here. Might be there some chests worth picking up while we're in the area. Come on. There we go. Yeah, it doesn't look like it though. Yeah, just the fish and the one chest around here. A shame, really. Look at all of these ships. It's a real boat graveyard around here. No wonder they need the lighthouse up north. No wonder it's so critical that it actually worked correctly, too. That's actually kind of interesting, because you can see different kinds of boats. From different regions, different cultures. And, hey... looks like we got some pirates making this place their camp. Real shame. Dang it. Oh, hey. Friendly fire there. Man, sure are a lot of pirates around here. Dang it. That one actually countered me. You really should get closer in, but... you know, I understand why you wouldn't want to. Dang it, even more ranged guys.
Don't let him catch his breath!
Hey, more friendly fire. Yeah, these guys are not lasting very long. Ah, that's what they call the place. The Coast of Rex. There's a marker here and everything. Alright, I believe that last guy was a pirate leader of some sort. I don't know if that's what his official name is, but, well, that's what he was able to do. He was able to continually block Geralt's assault, which is not too common. Alright, how about up here? Doesn't look like there's anybody up here, but there are a few chests we can raid for more alcohol. But I won't be drinking. Yeah, fun fact about that. In the first game, there was a drinking minigame. Where basically you just had to have a bunch of beer on hand. And then you outdrank your competition by just drinking all the beer in your inventory. And eventually the other guy fell over. Wasn't really much of a minigame. Anyway, looks like the pirates here are, well, they stick to the land because they let the storms and the shoals do their jobs for them. And, you know, when people run aground, they just kill all the survivors and take everything that's worth taking. Pretty simple operation. Pretty despicable operation. But I think they knew that too. Ooh, Iridium Ore. That's hard to find. Even in a New Game Plus, that's hard to find. Okay, looks like the specific ship we're looking for is on the other side of these drowners. Also, that's something else that you have to... Where did you guys come from? Come on. Seriously? I just left that area and you respawned immediately. Again. Although we we can see how much the water churns around here. Okay, here we are. Here's the ship that was carrying some sort of queen on board and therefore had more stuff in it than the most. If I can just get in here. Oh, another one of those big shells. With stuff in it, no less. Or is the ship's name Queen What's-Her-Face? Could go either way. Also, these birds are just sort of exploding out of the water. Huh. Oh. Looks like we've got ourselves a Spectre. Full Spectre, no less. Come on, it's bottom center. There we go. And while I'm at it, let's just re-up the steel sword. But yeah, part of the thing is actually that in the previous 2 games, you spent a fair amount of time without your silver sword. In the first game, you just didn't have one to begin with. In the second game, you lost your silver sword because you stab a dragon with it. Uh-oh. She's gone and split herself up. Alright, that was easy enough. Come on, then. Oh. Oh, yeah, you just run around whenever you like, but... Oh, man, she does a lot of damage. And yeah, she also has that, that red skull over her head. So yeah, I just need a little time to get some health back here. Oh, for crying out loud. Well, at least the copies don't need to be in the trap field, the Iridium field, in order to work. On the plus side, Arendite is fully powered up, and where's she even going? Arendite is fully powered up. Come on, this way. And so that means that when it hits, it's automatic critical damage. Oh, dang it, I got hit again. I mean, on the plus side, I suppose her wandering off somewhere did allow me to get some health back, just from passive regeneration. And hey, it even powered up my sword when I killed one of her clones. There we go. You hit something often enough, it's eventually going to trigger the instant death. I got a 6% chance once all of the adrenaline bars are full. Incidentally, the adrenaline bars are on the lower left-hand corner of the upper left-hand part of the screen, underneath the Guess he's not interested. I'm gonna make you interested. Power up my sword again. What am I at? Oh. Well, I'm still catching up, but I've also gained a few levels. So I've got another 7 more things to hit to get up to where I want to go. And yeah, I've done all of this stuff without even knowing if there was anything out here. It just seemed interesting, and I just kept going. And sure enough, here some stuff was. But yeah, in the second game, you end the prologue by stabbing a dragon with your silver sword, which could very well be erendite, because you can get that in the first game. But afterwards, you lose the silver sword in the dragon. The dragon flies off, still alive, with the sword buried in its haunches. And thus you lose erendite and have to make do with other silver swords, until you finally get to the DLC of the third Witcher game, which is your chance to get it back. At which point it's actually much better than the version you got in the first game. And yep, poison got him. So, what do these guys have? Not much. Book I've already read. So let's go a little bit north here, get that last question mark. Then we can head back south, get the third question mark in this line, and then we can finally head down south to see about that witch. Enderguz, which means insectoid. Where's my insectoid oil? Ah, there it is. It's the yellow one in the narrow flask. Nice. And especially useful because, damn, there were a lot of them. And there's even one more. Including one big one, which really knows how to use its tail. Sadly for it, I know how to use my sword. Nice. But yeah, drowners. I mentioned that. I've read the books, and I don't think drowners, at least not under that name, appear at any point in the Witcher books. But they are some of the first enemies you face in the Witcher 1 game. They're basically the simplest of the simple enemies. And when you talk to Witchers, Witchers have no respect for drowners either. They fully consider them to be, oh dear. Drowners are busy work, as far as Witchers are concerned. So, what the hell happened here? Oh. I'm guessing a disease. There would be blood everywhere if this was a raid, but I guess he couldn't live without them. Or maybe he thought he failed. Maybe he went out for medicine and didn't get back in time. There's a lot we won't know about that.
Not good.
Dang it. Trying to counter him. Didn't work. Alright, that was the south one. So, yeah, nothing to do now but head down to Mid-Copse. And as the objective suggests, it's easiest to just head straight to Mid-Copse and ask around about the witch, but if you happen to come across her hut first, then go ahead, nothing wrong with that. Alright, notice board just around the corner. Think I will go and have a peek. See how many other question marks there are in the area. Looking for work. Stay at home after dark. Repent for the ladies, or else the ladies of the woods will abandon us. Don't go near the Nilfgaardians, or I'll kill you. Watch out for old Millie, she's gone off the deep end. And, contract. Jenny of the Woods. Set out by an alderman. That's actually the proper order of things. Yeah, for the most part, peasants cannot afford a witcher's services. So what you do is you pool your resources, and the alderman will handle the rest.
This be the witchman, the freak of nature. Pick more interesting things from my nose.
Yeah, same to you, buddy. Figure I might as well get the armor enhancement while I'm just around.
So, gonna try to charm him? She didn't ask much for it either. Maybe I should pay her a visit. How'd you get there? Path past the pond? Follow it till you reach a lone rock. Round that, and head right off the path into the woods. Then keep straight. You'll know you've gone the right way when you pass an abandoned cart.
Sweet.
Ought to be able to find the witch now.
Don't even have to talk to anybody.
See, you're a man well travelled, so tell me, did I beat me wench once a week, or often?
Oh great, it's a common dialogue. Okay, so... Oh, dang, there are a bunch of question marks I missed along the way. Sorts of directions. I did clear the coast at least. Or the parts of it that I walked across. Anyway, yep. The objectives are taking us step by step here.
Supposed to be a large stone near the pond.
So, there's the pond. Not really on the mini-map. There's a stone.
There's the boulder. Now right, and onto the cart.
Alright, I'm stepping on your line, Scarrow. I'll let you handle the rest. Oh. Neckers. You should probably handle this one too, Geralt. Alright, where's the ogred oil? Ah, there it is. The other orange one.
What happened? The cart. Damn it.
Alright. Well, that's it for the Neckers. Unfortunately, they did tear through my Quen shield, and so I wasn't able to get a new charge off of them. Looks like she's got a crowd here.
Miss, cows are wheezing, won't rise from the barn floor, pus streams from her snout.
Do I look like a dairymaid to you?
No, miss, but you know things. 'Tis our last cow. None other left in the village.
Rest died of hunger, Or soldiers let him off. Oh, we're as good as dead without her.
I shall give you herbs. Mix them with water drawn from the spring at midnight, then make the cow drink them. But first, you must clean out your barn. Thoroughly. Is that clear?
Thank you, miss. 1,000 thanks.
Enough. I've had my fill for the day. Go home.
Or the night, either way.
She's in a foul mood. We'd best come back on the Mongol.
Watch what you say. She's quick to ire, apt to take revenge.
Roots are gonna rot my guts.
Bitch is in a proper fury. Needs a man.
Ain't you just the sort to give it to her? No,
One more candle.
I don't even want to joke about that. God damn.
Anyone home?
That's interesting. She does not seem to be around here.
Ordinary ointment. Nothing special.
Anyway, the character we're about to meet is from the Witcher books, but not from the Witcher games.
Now, where's she run off to?
This is the first time we're going to be meeting her since Geralt died and came back.
A pentagram in chalk.
What's this? Interested in plague research.
Don't often see baubles like this in Velen.
And
Managed to amass quite a book collection.
8 books. At this time and place, that is quite the collection. Looks like she's got a basement in here. Still doesn't sound like she's around, though. I mean, we might as well just take all the stuff she's collected. Nothing wrong with that. Not in an RPG, anyway. But yeah, I guess she's not down here, so... Where is she? So the stuff I've looked at has turned yellow. The really critical stuff is usually red. Speaking of which, here's something.
Powerful aura. Must be some artifact or... So this is where she disappeared to.
Well then.
Well. Nice.
Probably an illusion.
I was wondering how long it would take you, Geralt. I'm upstairs. Don't be shy.
She wouldn't be the first spellcaster Geralt has met who has an inner sanctum clothed in heavy illusions.
Greetings, Witcher.
Missed a spot.
Where? Hope you didn't come to Gore.
No. To talk.
Turn around and wait.
But also to gawk.
Kira Metz deep in the heart of Velen. Thought you hated the countryside.
I can assure you I do. Now more than ever.
Heard a witch lived out here. Never would have guessed it was King Foltest's former advisor.
I'm so pleased the world's still able to astound you, Geralt. I actually envy you that sense of wonder, common in children, knights errant, and morons.
Someone's grown irritable. Is that any way to greet an old friend?
I believe I greeted you with a pleasant view. Now tell me what brings you here.
Any news of your sisters from the lodge?
None. We can't know too much about one another these days. It's safer that way.
Even tried to contact one another?
I've wanted to many times. But I've no way of knowing who would answer, or who might be listening.
So, bet you saw this question coming. What are you doing here?
Let me think. Enjoying the country air? Admiring the unspoilt scenery? Or is it furthering the age-old alliance between the city and its breadbasket? No. I'm in hiding, Geralt. Blind to the state of the world? Don't you see what's happening?
Mean the persecution mages now face?
Yes, that's exactly what I mean. Radovid's new pastime. Pursuing anyone with a whiff of magic about them. Witch hunters. Sound familiar? Murderers scouring the north from end to end, burning books, hanging soothsayers, torturing herbalists.
Picked a strange place to hide.
I didn't pick anything. In the north, Radovid's men hunt sorceresses like fish in a barrel. Nilfgaard controls the south. Where was I to flee?
Emperor does keep mages on a short leash, but he lets them live and ply their trade.
Radovid and Emma differ in every respect except one. They share a deep hatred of the Lodge of Sorceresses. And I was a member.
So how's it feel to be the village witch?
Horrid.
No joy in having the boundless respect and trust of the local peasantry?
They'd respect anyone who could produce hemorrhoid cream.
Been here a while, haven't you?
Long enough for rot to set in. You cannot possibly imagine how much I detest this place.
Changing the subject. I'm looking for a certain young woman.
Oh, really? Who?
She already knows.
I'm looking for Ciri. That Ciri. And no one can know, understand?
Cirilla is here. The girl once sought by the Lodge of Sorceresses, and practically every ruler on the continent has landed here in Velen, and I know nothing of it. What is she doing here?
Indications are she's hiding from someone. I heard she quarreled with a witch, but if you don't know anything, sure you haven't seen her?
I'm certain I haven't. But recently someone asked me about an ashen-haired woman. He claimed she would stand out from the peasant crowd.
Well, must have been Emmer's spy.
Who was it?
Not so fast, Geralt. No humble plea, no offering for the witch.
What's your rate these days? A couple dozen eggs? 3 hens, maybe?
My rate rises with every word you speak. I'm not sure you can afford the information anymore.
You're pricklier than I remembered. Isn't living in nature's lap supposed to be cleansing, calming?
Nature stinks. Oh, sod it, don't give me that look. I know it's Ciri we're talking about. It was an elf, this individual who asked about Cirilla. No flea-bitten Scoia'tael slob either, but an elven mage.
Oh.
What was an elven mage doing in Velen?
Well, I tried to ask him, of course, about everything.
Of course.
Oh, but you know how elves are. He asked many more questions than he answered.
He say what his name was?
He didn't. And he wore a mask. Very secretive all around, but I liked him. He was intelligent and composed.
He say what he wanted with Ciri?
Only that they were to meet in Velen. He wished to know if she'd arrived before he did.
He leave any message for her?
No, but he asked that were I to meet her, I should lead her to him.
So you know where to find him.
Yes, he said he found a hideout in some elven ruins near the village of Midcopse. I'll go there with you.
Why? Think I'll have trouble finding this place?
I've unfinished business with this elf. He promised me something, but he never delivered it. Besides, I know you think as I do, that she might be there. And I'd like to see Cyrilla too.
Let's go then.
Yes, let's.
Seems like I was wrong about a few things just now. But on the bright side, it wasn't a complete dead end.
This is the place.
Been here before?
No. I was hoping the elf would return as he'd promised, or else his waif would appear. At any rate, I've no idea what to expect from this place.
Well, let's find out.
Come on!
Does she normally go around shoeless?
Gavella Glan.
Oh, nice. Light spell.
The Wild Hunt.
What? Phantom Riders? That means... I thought they didn't exist.
Feast your eyes on the non-existent, then. Got a navigator with them.
What?
Can you teleport us to the other side?
I'd rather teleport us home. Do you really mean to follow them?
Teleport. Hurry up.
Not sure I like any of this.
It's definitely too early in the game for Cyrilla to show up, but Geralt doesn't know that.
Ready. Follow me.
Damn portals. Wonder where Kira is now.
Wonder where I am now. Fighting some drowners, that's where. Well, I know what kind of oil to use, so... Stop dodging. Thank you. Right, nothing around here except the water. Can't see too much down here. But at least there's nothing to pick up. And I can use the mini-map to navigate by. Yeah, no torches underwater, as you might imagine. And Cat is a really obnoxious potion in this game. Try not to use it when I don't have to. Alright. When you see that long vertical crack, that usually means you can shatter the wall. Alright, I can just barely see where I'm going here. Ah, we're back where we started.
How you like that silver?
Nice. Gotta be careful around here. Vapors can be deadly. Oh, here's something else I can break. Although I kind of get the feeling that this leads back to where I've been already. Oh, there's a foglet over here. Damn it. No, I didn't get him. So yeah, that's a foglet. In terms of category, it is another necrophage. And as you saw, it has the ability to generate fog and then disappear into that fog, creating false copies of itself, sort of shadows that I think they can do damage. Mostly they're there just to distract you as the real foglet creeps up from behind and smacks you twice, like that one did. Oh, water hag. Whoops. Still had Ard up. Alright. Still haven't built up a new charge for my sword.
Kira!
I am back up to 8 at least. And it looks like this place goes somewhere new. Oh, another foglet. So it is actually possible to hit a foglet while he's still in the fog. I'm not sure if they take full damage.
Damn, you're ugly.
Do something! They're calling out of their homes! Use the sign or bombs, anything!
Stay calm. They're only rats.
I hate rats!
Of all the monsters down here, the one thing that Kira is actually afraid of is the rats. Seems like the game won't let me destroy the rat nests until the rats running around are dead. Ah, there it is. There they are. Why are they all being so aggressive, though? Dang it. Dang it. So many.
Get them off! Ah!
There we go. Now, it's... Ah, for crying out loud. Not even doing any damage, just wasting my time.
Disgusting!
Well, I guess they are doing damage. Just this really tiny amount of damage. Okay, finally.
Disgusting! Thank you.
You that afraid of rats? Could have annihilated them with one spell. Fine, won't say anything. So what happened to you?
There's something here. Something that distorts teleportation. I've no idea how they managed to get to the other side problem-free.
Wild Hunt's teleportation magic is different. Got specially trained mages for that. Navigators, they call them.
They can have 3 helmsmen and a parrot for all I care. I'll not risk that again.
Let's go. Wild Hunt got a good head start on us, but we still stand a chance.
Have you gone completely mad? We must leave here at once.
If you're scared, turn back. I'm gonna go on.
Stop it, that's emotional blackmail.
You'd really worry about me if I went on alone?
You? I'd be concerned for myself.
Then come with me. Just quick decision, come on.
Very well, have it your way. How did I ever let you talk me into this ridiculous expedition?
Gavella Glan.
Well, there weren't rats in it earlier. I imagine that would have made a difference. So, you coming or not?
Larana. Levate, Larana Lunet.
That's him! That's the elf!
Arvek va, Ledi.
What was that? An illusion?
No. A morphotic projection.
A what projection?
Something akin to a postbox for mages. Much safer than an ordinary letter, which anyone can intercept en route to its recipient.
Message was definitely for Ciri, daughter of the Gull, Lara Doran's heir.
Indeed. It is what the elves would title Ciri. But what was the bit about the sign of her sword? A riddle?
Yeah, not a hard one, though. Not if you know Ciri named her sword Tireo, Swallow.
Come now. Who aside from you would know that?
Might have been the point. Your elven mage secured the passage, hid it, so that only Ciri could find it.
He failed to foresee that someone like you would show up.
Nevertheless, I think he was expecting uninvited guests. Made some preparations. Let's hope the Wild Hunt ran into some obstacles.
Well then, let's go. Do you think following the swallows will suffice?
We'll see.
It'll have to.
An old elven port.
Must have been how they got here by sea.
I wonder how long ago that was.
But yeah.
Careful. That oily yellow vapor, it's toxic.
I hardly need instruction from you. I recognized the Volkheim immediately.
Vesemir told me this after he tried to cast it.
Terrible idea. What happened?
Well, he survived. And wounds heal awfully quick on young witchers. Come on.
Damn it. So as you might have noticed, I haven't quite figured out that I don't need Iridium on Wraiths just yet. And yes, the gas here is toxic if you walk into it, and explosive if you hit it with fire. Or if you are a complete fool and carry a lit torch through the gas. In which case you will explode. Alright, that looks like a squid. It's not the right way. So is she not just not going to do her light spell again? Is that how we're doing this?
A swallow. Seems we're headed the right way.
Okay, here we go. Okay, so now she's lit up again.
Similar to that other pillar with the projection.
Cyril, ni forda sol esser in. Cyril, ni forda sol esser in. Hail Silla Kelpie.
Kelpie? Does he mean that sea monster?
No, that's what Ciri named her mare. Horse could apparently gallop like a demon.
Good name for a horse. So, shall we look for it?
Alright.
Gavella Glad.
Just incidentally, the game is just teaching us about little bits of lore about Ciri. But what they don't say is actually that Cirilla, her full name.
Hunting dog. Can't see any connection to Kelpie.
Must you? I wonder what all this means. They look hastily scribbled. Geralt, are you all right?
You might say so.
Was not expecting it to do that. But yes, Cirilla, her full name, is actually a corruption of Zuriel. which is Elder speech for swallow. So that is why people keep calling her Swallow. That's why she named her sword. Basically after herself. Which is kind of weird when you think about it. Anyway, there doesn't appear to be anything up here, so I guess we're gonna have to jump into the pool, see what we can find. Oh.
Drawing of a horse. Clue for Ciri, must be.
Well, sure enough. So, dive down, I guess? Ah, hidden passage. Yeah, incidentally, something else they just sort of dropped was that this used to be an elven port. This used to be a place where the elves would come to this continent, because they were not the first inhabitants.
Kelpie. Another horse. Almost exactly like the last one. Let's see what this does.
Geralt, I don't know what you did, but it worked. Come back here.
Both the elves and the humans were invaders on this continent.
Look, they're opening. Let's go.
The original inhabitants were gnomes and dwarves.
Well, now I know what distorted my effort at teleportation. This very portal.
And I know why I landed in that drowner nest.
You should be pleased you emerged from the portal in one piece.
And everyone still wonders why I hate to be teleported.
We must try to activate it.
Okay. Then we do that how?
Think that's a... swallow.
Come.
Sure it's safe.
Oh, well, there you go.
Gavella Glan. It's grown awfully quiet.
Is that bad?
A bit like the calm before a storm.
Okay, so I saw the word golem appear there in the distance, so let's see here. Yes, I believe they count as elementals.
I've a bad feeling about this.
Tyrael not recognized.
Whoops. Still had Iridium up. Doesn't really help much. Golems are slow in the first place. Oh dear. Ah, dang it got me again. That jump attack really hit hard, and that the rampage move, you really gotta move to get away from that. But hey, free golem heart.
And that would be that. I knew we'd manage.
That's so? Make sure and tell me beforehand next time.
My intuition's a fine instrument, Witcher. Don't underestimate it. I've some very good feelings about you, for instance. In several domains.
Okay.
Once you finally find Ciri, what will you do? Any plans?
Well, yes, but for now, I think this video has reached its end.